Hi, I'm Lynn Peters, and for the past 8 years, I have been the Director of Volunteer Services at Pegasus. Through a friend that was here and was doing actually my job at the time. And we got to talking, and he was looking for an assistant. I was looking to make a change, and the rest they say is history.
Oh, you can look at me just so you know.
Okay,
Rather than
Rams being the volunteer director, although I'm also an instructor, so I do get to teach one class a week. I think the thing that people want to know, or the questions that I get asked the most, are what are volunteer opportunities available to me at Pegasus, and how do I go about becoming a volunteer? To become a volunteer, one only needs to be 13 years old and have a desire to give back, have belief in our mission, and want to just become involved in our programs, in what we're doing. The types of volunteers that we look for here work in our program, in our mounted riding lessons, as either horse leaders or sidewalkers. Our horse leaders are historically experienced horse individuals who can know and understand and read a horse and their moods and their temperament throughout the lesson, so they can be aware of situations and anything that might come up that they might need to diffuse. Our sidewalkers walk alongside of our participants while they're riding, and they basically serve as a conduit between the instructor and that individual rider, helping them to perform tasks and to be successful throughout the lesson process. We also have volunteers that assist in our unmounted programs, which are ground-based in our barn usually, although sometimes they're in the ring, for individuals that don't ride with us for a variety of reasons. We also have people that help us out in the Equus Effect that are specially trained horse handlers relative to that program. We have corporate groups that come in and volunteer and give a day of service. We've had several come in this fall that do some amazing work around the farm. We have individual farm volunteers that come and help us out, whether it's with gardening or working on our fences and doing painting. We have individuals that help us ride our horses that are our riding volunteers. One of the newer volunteer programs that we have at Pegasus, which is really exciting for us, is called Farm Friends. We started Farm Friends about 2 years ago, and it's a program that allows our participants to actually become volunteers and experience what it's like to help out on the farm. We have a staff member that works with them, and they come one day a week throughout the course of a lesson session, and they help out in the barn. They help feed, they help groom, they help tack, they help clean up. Anything that a working horse farm would need to have done, they have an opportunity to do. And it's been a super successful program and very popular, I might add. While our mission is obviously geared to our participants, it really can be very applicable to our volunteers. And everybody comes to volunteer for different reasons. It might be to fulfill graduations it might be to fulfill requirements for graduation from high school, or for honor society enrollment, could be for a bar mitzvah or a bat mitzvah, could be that people want to have a better understanding of what we do, opting maybe as a career option for themselves going forward, or it could be they just have some time on their hands. We have people that have retired and came in and said, we didn't know if you wanted old people to come and volunteer, but we thought we'd give it a try. And we love them. There's no age limit here. Everybody comes in and feels invigorated and feels vital. To be able to ride the number of individuals that we do each week, which this fall session is approximately 100 students, it takes a tremendous amount of support. Pegasus obviously has staff on hand to help with the administrative piece, as well as the practical hands-on piece down in the ring. But to really make the programs work and make them viable, we need that volunteer support. In any given lesson, there can be as many as 4 riders. Each of those riders needs a horse. Each of those horses needs a horse leader. Here come our volunteers. Each of those riders needs perhaps 1, maybe even 2 sidewalkers. There come our volunteers. So in a class of 4 students, potentially we would need 12 volunteers just for that one class, 1 hour, one afternoon out of the 6 afternoons that we work here at Pegasus. So it's a tremendous amount of support that we need, that we look to our volunteers to provide. In this last fiscal year, we had over 7,500 hours of volunteer support. Without him, we can't do it. To truly understand a monetary value of volunteers and how they truly offset our overhead and expenses at Pegasus, if you go to the Department of Labor and the Bureau of Statistics, in the state of New York, 1 hour of volunteer service is equated by that agency to be worth $26.45. If you multiply that amount by the 7,500 hours that have been graciously donated to us over the past year, it's a tremendous number. So they are offsetting overhead costs tremendously by the gracious giving of their time.
Beautiful, because then we can flash a number on the screen.
Yes.
That added up.